Last week, the Chicago Grookies had our Week 1 battle against Soul Blaze, which ended in a really close 1-0. I won't spoil who won the game, so be sure to check it out if you missed it. I'll have it linked down below. This week, we're taking on MrTJP, coach of the Bundle Montreal. Taking a look at their team, they have two of the fastest Pokemon in the format, Iron Bundle and Iron Boulder. The former has unresisted stabs into my team that I really struggle to switch into. The latter is this team's Terra Captain, making it quite difficult to take down. I'm expecting them to bring Terra Ground, as my team's flying type being my Terra Captain, I struggle to switch into ground moves. Continuing their offense is Dragonite, who can be a huge threat once set up with Dragon Dances, or by going with the immediate damage boost granted by Choice Band. Their team is not lacking on the defensive side either, with Alola to pass massive wishes off of its base 165 HP. Hisui and Goodra pairs quite nicely with Aloe, as it doesn't have the greatest reliable recovery, and it can take the special attacks targeted at Alola. Avalugg continues the impressive bulk this team has, and also provides this team with rapid spin support, which it would otherwise be lacking. Pheasantipity is a great support Pokemon for this team, helping fix the fighting type weakness that would otherwise be a big problem. Galvantula can provide webs for this team, not that it really needs more speed, but always something to be concerned about. They have Hippowdon, with its Sandstorm, can give Iron Boulder a special defense boost pre-Terra, which can be pretty threatening, while also setting up Stealth Rocks and yawning my team to force switch outs. And finally, Chandelure is a massive special attacking threat that I definitely have to be prepared for. Taking a look at my team, first up we have Gholdengo, who is my dedicated Iron Bundle check. Now, I have enough special attack investment to always OHKO Iron Bundle with a Make It Rain. The rest of our EVs go into HP and special defense to be able to take Hydro Pumps, which I believe do about 40%, and then we have Thunder Wave, which is a great option to slow down the faster members of their team, like Iron Bundle or Iron Boulder, or even paralyzing something like Goodra can always be useful since I can't get a poison off on it and there's a chance that it won't be able to move. Recover is there to obviously stay healthy, and then finally we have Hex, as I have Thunder Wave on Gholdengo, and I have a few other status conditions on this team, so Hex just felt like a better option to get a little bit harder of a hit in on some of their Pokemon. Next up we have Lycanroc holding the loaded dice. Now, if I see Galvantula on my opponent's team, I am always going to lead Lycanroc, as Rock Blast can hit multiple times, breaking a potential sash that it has and KOing it before they can get Sticky Webs up. This is also a great check to multi-scale Dragonite, as we can KO that, not allowing them to get a free Dragon Dance off. We have enough speed to outspeed Galvantula and then max attack, with the remainder going into HP just to be a tad bit bulkier. And then we have Drill Run, which is our main way to hit Pheasantipity. And we have Close Combat, that just hits Goodra a little bit harder, as well as Avalugg if I don't want to go for the Rock Blast miss. And then finally, we have a Cell Rock, which is a great option to pick off any weakened Pokemon like Iron Bundle, Dragonite, or Iron Boulder that could all potentially be faster than Lycanroc. Next up, we have Assault Vest Primarina. This is a secondary check to Iron Bundle in case something happens to Gholdengo. We can take a Freeze Dry with our max HP, and we can KO back with a max special attack Modest Moonblast. We have Sparkling Aria just to do some good damage against things like Iron Boulder, and Psychic Noise is there specifically for Pheasantipity, as it hits it pretty hard, and the secondary effect allows it to not click Roost, which is a great option. And then finally we have Flip Turn, which just allows us to pivot out. If we don't see a Galvantula on the opponent's team, this is going to be our lead, because we had a lot of things very hard, and anything that we don't want to stay in on, like Hisui and Goodra, we can easily Flip Turn out on. Next up, we have Hisui and Qwilfish, as I believe Intimidate looks really good into both Dragonite and Iron Boulder this week. I will have to be careful of Earthquakes coming out from both those Pokemon, but this is a great option to weaken them, especially if they're attempting to set up. We have Haze to be able to reset stat boost, so whether it's Dragon Dance from Dragonite or Swords Dance from Iron Boulder. Barrage hits very hard, and that is a way to spread poison throughout the team, allowing Hex from Gholdengo to do more damage. And then we have Crunch, which is mainly there as just a secondary stab to hit Goodra, since it's immune to Barrage. And finally, we have Spikes, as Avalugg is their only form of hazard removal, and I don't believe it can easily spin in front of Gholdengo. Up next, we have our Terra Captain, Gliscor. Rocking the Terra Fairy this week. Now, something that I've started to realize with Gliscor and running Terra is that it's more of a situational type of click as compared to something that's more offensive, like how we fought Raging Bolt last week. That could just click Terra immediately, and there was really no drawback to it, but Gliscor really enjoys its ground and flying typing, so if later in the game I'm in against Boulder or maybe Iron Bundle, I can click Terra Fairy and be able to resist their moves a little bit better. We're rocking Earthquake, Toxic, U-Turn, and Stealth Rocks. I think Stealth Rocks are super important into this matchup in case that Iron Bundle is not heavy-duty boots. We can get those rocks up and just start chipping it down every single time it comes in. And then we have U-Turn, which is super important as Gliscor honestly invites Iron Bundle in, so I want to try to keep up momentum as much as possible by switching out. And then Earthquake just hits everything else pretty hard that's not Dragonite, but we're not going to want to stay in against that either way because we don't want to allow it to set up. And finally, we have Conkeldurr, as in testing I was having a huge difficulty breaking through Hisui and Goodra paired with Alola Mola. So a max attack Adamant Guts boosted close combat can KO Goodra, but can also do over half to Alola Mola, meaning it can beat 2 at KO'd, which is really impressive. I was not expecting that. We have Earthquake on there to hit Pheasantipity, as it's the only thing that can reliably come in on our fighting type moves. And then we have Knockoff just to remove items. That's always very useful utility. And then finally, Mach Punch is our final move, just to add some priority to the team to be able to chip things down if they're weakened, like Iron Bundle or Iron Boulder, because those are such big threats to my team. And then we're running enough speed on Conkeldurr to outspeed a no-investment Goodra, just in case we can try to hit that super hard so they don't wear us down with things like Draco Meteor or Flash Cannon. That is our team for week 2. If you enjoy, drop a like and please consider subscribing. I'm trying to hit 300 subs by the end of the year, and every sub counts. I would greatly appreciate it. I want to thank Matt for making these awesome graphics as always. And then finally, I want to thank AP, BP, Matt, and Tog for helping me prep and mock this week. Without further ado, let's get into the battle. Okay, here we are. No Aloe is huge for this battle. Pheasantipity. I don't have anything for Pheasantipity in my calc or my battle tracker. Avalugg, Dragonite, everything else I expected. Okay. Terra Flying on Iron Boulder, which is way better than ground. I will take flying all day, every day. Okay, I always lead Prim here. That is the idea. If I would have saw Galvantula, I would have led Lycanroc, but yeah, Primarina's the dedicated lead here. Oh boy, I'm nervous. I am very nervous. Let me get these HP bars on screen here. All right, wishing my opponent luck, of course, as always, but let's see what we lead. Iron Bundle. Okay, this is fine because I'm AV, but I also don't want this to get weakened too early on, so I am just going to go straight out into Goldango here. Goldango is my answer to this always. Iron Bundle. Let's take a look here. Let's see how much this does. The only thing that could be scary is like a Specs. No, we're fine. Okay. So that put me down to 325. So that did 14%. So that is timid. Okay. And they don't have anything to absorb Thunder Wave, so we're just going to paralyze something here. Probably Goodra, if I had to guess, is what comes out here. We'll find out here shortly, though. Yep, so we get a para on Goodra, which is huge. And then I want to go out into Conkeldurr, but I need my Flame Orb to be able to do damage. So I don't necessarily want to go out into that right away, but I don't have like too many good switch-ins to this. So I think I just have to go Conkeldurr, and unfortunately I have to just risk the knockoff, which is very likely, but I need to know. And considering they don't have Aloe, losing my Flame Orb isn't the biggest deal in the world. And he just goes for Flamethrower, so that is totally fine. Okay. So we just go for a big close combat here. I can also knock off if Fez wants to come out, which isn't a bad option either. Because if I Earthquake and Dragonite comes out, that wouldn't be too fun. So yeah, we'll just knock off here. This is definitely swapping. So I don't like how much that took from Flamethrower, but it is what it is. That's definitely got some attack investment. And we are going to remove whatever item this has. And that did a good chunk. Okay, so we'd get rid of its Black Sludge. Okay. I don't want to take a Moonblast here. I think I always just go out into Gliscor, but does Fez... I need to look this up. Because if it gets knockoff, we're not gonna like that. Serendipity. I feel like I looked this up. Okay. I was gonna say, I have looked this up previously, but I just had to be certain. So we always go Gliscor here. We are physically defensive, but we can still eat up anything that this wants to go for. Okay, and they just go for Alluring Voice. And gets me the Toxic Chain. Does not matter. That actually is better because we get healing. That was way better. Okay. And I'm just going to immediately U-turn. They don't stay in here. And I want to get some switch initiatives. Alluring Voice on the Pheasantipity. Okay. And getting this down to 75% is pretty nice. I would imagine Iron Bundle comes out here, if I had to guess. We could see Dragonite as well if they're predicting an Earthquake, but that'd be pretty aggressive. Okay, just goes Goodra. So this is fine. Because I can go out, let me put down that this is paralyzed. Paralyzed. Okay. So yeah, I just go back out into Conkeldurr, and I just Earthquake this time, because again, I don't think Dragonite wants to come out immediately. I think that would be a bit too aggressive. So Earthquake looks pretty free here. I'm not even going to think twice about it. If Avalugg comes out on Conkeldurr, Earthquake into close combat would KO max defense. And they also have to be worried that I could just be Drain Punch to get all that health back. Alright, let's see what comes out here. What is this? This is Fez, so this is dropping. Yep, so now our fighting moves are super free. I can just start spamming close combats. Because even Dragonite, after its multi-scale is broken, it's taken over half. So this is big. Getting rid of Fez is awesome for me. I imagine... Oh, is this Boulder? Okay, so Boulder's coming out early. And it's Booster Speed. Let me make sure. Okay, Booster Speed. I did not expect this to come out this early, but I am totally fine with this. We're going to go Quillfish and Intimidate just immediately. And if they choose to Swords Dance, that's not a... It's not a huge deal. It's definitely manageable, especially with Terra Flying, because I have Lycanroc in the back. And they Terra right away. Okay. That's really good for me. That's really good for me. So there it is. It's at -1 right now. And they do Swords Dance. So now they are at +1. Alright. So I have a couple options. I can Barbarage, I can Haze. Quillfish into Iron Boulder at +1. And they're Terra Flying. I think I always just Haze, just so that they don't Swords Dance again. Because, like, I'm not doing much damage here. So I'm going to Haze. I don't want them to go for a double SD. Because I take that. Okay. So let's get rid of that. And, I don't know if I can take another one. Let's take a look here. 141. Puts me at 42%. So I always take a follow-up Earthquake here. The question is, do I just spam Haze until I die because of how scary this Pokemon is? Like, what am I doing? What's Lycanroc doing with, a Cellrock does... Okay, wait. So if I Barb Barrage poison this, it's in range of a Cellrock. So I'm going to go for that. This is fine. This is totally fine. And if anything, I also have Mach Punch. So if I get a poison here, though, like, it's massive. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Okay. So it's now in range of, especially after this next turn, I just bring out Lycanroc. So that's massive. I needed that poison so badly. Thank you, Quillfish. So Quillfish is going to go down here, but that's fine because we get this demon out of here. Iron is... Okay, I just want to look. It does not learn Upper Hand. So this is fine. Okay. And we just go, like I said, straight out into Lycanroc. Because it's at 50, and Lycanroc does to Iron Boulder, Terra Flying. Okay, wait, what is this? Oh, okay, wait, my thing's tweaking out. Iron Boulder. With Terra Flying. Yeah, okay. No, we're fine. We're fine. The calc just put it at max HP with, like, max attack and, like, a bunch of other EVs. And it threw me off. But we are good. We just go for a Cellrock always. And we will knock this out. So we saw this had... I want to write this down just in case it decides to switch, but I doubt it. Okay, they do swap into, what is this? Avalugg? Okay. Oh, that was a crit. I was going to say, that did a lot of damage. And Earthquake. Okay. I think I just always go Primarina here on this, and then I'll just flip turn. Because I don't think that I could have did too much to Avalugg here. Yeah, Rock Blast wouldn't have even did half, so. Alright, big swap. What was he predicting there? Probably Goldango. That makes sense. Okay, and we just flip turn here always on this. So we've seen this have Crunch. And now that Boulder doesn't have that speed boost, I feel so much more confident, especially if I just keep Lycanroc alive. Like, that's all I have to do. Okay, so we're just going to go out into Conkeldurr once again. And we're just going to let off a big close combat here. Because I don't even think Iron Boulder takes a close combat into a Mach Punch. I would almost guarantee it doesn't. I'm not going to look because I'm so confident in that. You know, no, I'm not going to look. I'm confident. I think Dragonite's their switch in here, though. I got this Avalugg down to about 75. Iron Boulder's down to 50. Weakening Iron Boulder just makes me so much more confident in this game because that Pokemon was such a threat, and then I just need to keep Goldango. Oh, they let this go down. Huge. Okay. That crit did not matter. All right. So that's 2 for Conkeldurr so far. Putting in work out here, buddy. I think either Boulder, Bundle probably come out here. I feel like they're trying to go late game Dragonite, so yeah. Okay, I think I have to sack this because I can break through Avalugg easily. Otherwise, losing Mach Punch would suck, but yeah, I have to let this go just to not allow this to Swords Dance up in my face because it's still a problem. So we're just Mach Punch to get some damage off. If they Swords Dance, they're just dropping too. Okay, so they Terra Blast flying. That's fine. Because I just go back out into Lycanroc now. And Avalug's getting weakened too, which is nice. Okay, so this is down to about 15%. And we just always go Lycanroc here. Lycanroc looks so good in this matchup. It's crazy. Alright, so we just Accel Rock here. And then if Avalug comes out, I might be able to KO it, honestly. Let me look here. We're at 50. No, it's not quite close. Actually, my Accel Rocks are doing a bit more than I would expect, so I don't know if he's max defense. But I think I just always go Prim here. Like, always. It's super free. And then I can just start letting off Moonblast. I don't even have to flip turn anymore now that Goodra's gone. So, this is good. Okay, so he doubles. Okay, so this is Dragonite. Okay, I'm just gonna let off a Moonblast. Dragonite. Into Primarina. Yeah, I'm gonna do over half here. So I'm gonna hit a big Moonblast. And I still have Goldango for Avalug, so I'm not too worried there. Ooh. That hurt. Thunder Punch. Is that banded? I don't think so. And I don't want to risk an Ice Spinner by going out into Gliscor. So we are just going to... Can we let this go down? Yeah, we let this go down. So I'll just Moonblast once again. Yeah, I didn't want to go Gliscor there and that happened. Because that would not have been good. But we just once again go out into the boy Lycanroc. He's putting on so much offensive pressure now. Because what is Bundle taken from Lycanroc? Lycanroc, Iron Bundle. Accel Rock does over half. And a 4-hit Rock Blast would even kill, but I don't see me going for Rock Blast at all this game. Okay, that is fine. Alright. So Dragonite had Thunder Punch, Ice Spinner, and Extreme Speed. I would guess Bundle comes out here. Or, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Alright, so we always just go out into Goldango on this, always. And we will just recover on the following turn here, because we will take 2 Hydro Pumps from the range we're at. 325 to 172. 325... Nope, that's not Goldango. Goldango. 325 to 172. Yeah, we're fine. Alright, we just recover here. Let's go, Goldango. The GOAT. Eating it up. It just takes 1 miss. And we are Shookaberry for the Iron Boulder if that decides to come back out. So I'm not worried there. What's going to happen first? Is he going to crit or miss? That's what this is coming to, it looks like. Alright, I'll hit it again. I'm slowly getting more health. Hey, Bundle, I need you to miss. I don't want this to happen, but... There we go. It was bound to happen. So now we get off a Thunder Wave here. So let's paralyze this, which will make it a lot less threatening. Alright, huge. Alright, I gotta figure out if I'm faster than this or not, so I'm gonna recover again. Okay, so I am faster. By my calc, a Make It Rain should kill. I EV'd this to be able to KO bundle if it had some HP investment. Oh, and another miss. Alright. Actually, if he's paralyzed, I can just click Hex. I don't have to Make It Rain. Alright, and there goes bundle. And this is looking good. It looks like we're going to be able to take out Iron Boulder pretty easily because we have Lycanroc still. And if he decides to go here, yeah, we'll just eat this. We have Berry. So I will just go for a Hex here and knock this out. And then we just Make It Rain the Avalugg. Whew! I think the big thing that won us this game was him going Iron Boulder early, because Iron Boulder in the late game was a massive threat to my team. But getting the booster off, which I don't think the booster energy mattered too much considering that they are faster than my entire team, but they don't know that I don't have a Scarf or anything. So I think that was a bit risky, but it ends up working out for us, and we are going to come out on top here. Conkeldurr put in a ton of work, as did Gholdengo, obviously, and then Lycanroc was just applying so much pressure to them. So we bring this out a 3-0, which is absolutely massive after the game we had last week, which was a 1-0. So we're bringing it back a little bit here. But absolutely good game to MrTJP. Be sure to check out his channel. I will have it linked down in the description below. And that's about all I got for you. If you enjoyed this battle, drop a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys all next week. Peace.